Why, greetings. Good morning, everyone. Oh, crack pop. Oh, it's Thursday. Uh, ooh. Oop. Let's just jump in, shall we? The fuck? Hmm. Did that.
Hello again.
Yeah. What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand, tries to shield himself. Boy, return.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn of the century cybernetics boom.
Boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Of a building.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
Research and development.
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
Ah.
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Nerd. I don't think I've ever heard of this field electronica.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Oh, tape computers.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
Insane.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market.
Fair.
Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
And built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Pleasure wheel, alright.
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
Oof. How do these tape computers work? Do they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant. Exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
Oh,
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Fort Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wumpty Dumpty Dum.
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
He did.
What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay, the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, Paul Okerman, Keith and Guy Jost. What are you talking about?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts.
It again.
The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Tim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. Right. Investigate that. Internalize.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Say nerd right here. Does
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Why'd the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
What happened to the engineers, the company
I'm
people?
afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Do it. No, tape computers,
Tape
right?
computers.
I want to ask something
But of
else.
course. What else?
Building again?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Fine.
But of course.
You see,
So there's where is it? I don't know where a shot came from. But yeah, boardwalk. I feel like we've been exploring this boardwalk quite a bit trying to find this, and I had any luck. Serpentine. Okay. let's, I guess, go back into the church for now. See if we can find the other person. You know what? Let's ask this person.
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Know who the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in church and it's a grandma?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Okay.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive? No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Or search through her radio computer.
About coffee, feel like I heard that somewhere else before.
Look, man. I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
Must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you carve all those sculptures?
Sure am.
Oh,
Whittling
cool.
wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
All right, let's consider the context and meaning here.
See what you've done here. It's as if these figures are trying to become one with the church or perhaps with the mother herself.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver?
I was in a gangway.
Huh.
My memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Lost my memories too. It's like I get to create a whole new me, start again from scratch.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Terrier du boy, yeah.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
What are you... You know what? Never mind. We don't care. Oh. Gotta fuck with the computers to flush out the other person. Right?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but you can sense that he doesn't like you meddling with the machine.
Wait, yes, but this machine looks like the one in the Doom commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
A quaint little box of radio waves.
Let me just investigate.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look in a compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Good.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Hey, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's see. Walked inside a core of a tape on a filament just as log, February through March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no... Maybe he knows something.
I don't know.
Received. I will register this login at Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress accident like a one in a Doom commercial area?
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune. That's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the Doom commercial area.
Ah.
Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's fine.
Goodbye, Fortress.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
If we hit...
Nothing happens.
Hey, Holmes, you know the password?
Oh, hey, Way. There's coffee in the back.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Okay. You by chance heard Grandma say a password?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Yeah, for a first-degree murder investigation.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Alright.
I think we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find...
Yeah, a little weird. Crabman!
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print button. Nothing happens.
Hit play.
The speaker comes.
Yeah,
Good
yeah, yeah.
afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune.
Let's try again. Think I have the right password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Nope. Bye.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard
Print.
is still. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read.
The first entry made on the 4th of February. 51 by an unknown author is short and concise. Arrived at the church, the door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Think it might be connected to a case? We doubt it.
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read the next entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
The next entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Esca series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simor for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Artist programmer is Lexi?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business.
Oh.
One we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
Yeah.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, The song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
Must be describing what?
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me! I'm the one who broke
I
in.
knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Greetings.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're looking for suspects in a murder investigation.
No one's hiding here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Beep boop 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 boop.
What is it?
Didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
The lead programmer of Blue Untethered?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't
Sad.
seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
It's updated
If you're
name.
not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
What a nerd.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Have you seen the Crab Man?
Nope.
But, you know, he's around?
Yes.
Seen you.
And?
Never mind.
You're right. I'm not.
Have you seen a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
What are you doing?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Yeah.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I need to make sure you're not hiding anyone here. Well, there's been no. Yeah, it's my job to ask
I'm
questions.
conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
The hole connected to a data loss?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Hole in a wall? What does that exactly mean?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Fair?
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
measured by collecting data on its surroundings.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
You have any idea where this hole is?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
Don't think Crabman might somehow be responsible?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Why isn't your research going well?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you ever listened to it, like, actually?
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they? Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
So, how do you feel about a club?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
They want to build then.
Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you?
Okay.
Look, I'm not coming in there.
Why so many machines? Well, we know. Alright.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
What?
It's hardcore!
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Nothing jumps out to you. How about you get out and breathe? The air in the tent is too thick.
Goodbye, officer.
My logic isn't strong enough? Ooh.
Is this about the hat again? I don't see you wearing a hat.
But I am.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Now that that's all cleared up, I have some questions.
Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere. Shoot.
Have you seen a red-haired woman?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Considering what you're trying to do here, that doesn't look like a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club, and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
The wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Ah.
Okay.
What about your associates?
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
Must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
Fair.
To the cops.
What about you?
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Alright.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
What you doing?
Recording, I guess.
What are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
What are these recordings for?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Oh, neat.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
The girl is cold all of a sudden. Very cold.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
Oh.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Here.
Thanks.
Yeah, in a church.
Yeah. The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
The boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, inside the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Didn't you see it yourself? It's mostly music stuff. Like this tape recorder, but bigger.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Go ahead.
Tape recorder... Wait. Tape recorder lies on ice like discarded toy. Pick it up.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the
Tell me more about this music place.
It's supposed to become, like, a club. For anodic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that... yeah.
What is... yeah.
You know, anodic, cathodic. Music that's made with electronic instruments.
What?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
Right on.
This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments. What comes after it, you wonder? A black-tinted nothingness? Or something?
Go ahead.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Let's see. Yeah, we wanna internalize the Wumpty Dumpty Center. Oh, confirm. Internalize. dang. Going. Um, you know what? Another hat.
The policeman. What can our village do for you?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Yeah, it makes me pay money every night.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
Why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
Have it?
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignas Nielsen was in hiding, he stayed in a hut on the Boreal Plateau for 10 months.
Would help me stay in touch with the proletariat.
You best not be plotting another revolution under my roof. We barely got through the last one. But the room,
No.
suit yourself. But should you ever need shelter, remember old Isabel and her shack by the sea.
What's this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Met them.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
Also met with drunks.
I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and then. and an old one disappears and is forgotten.
Gotta be something here.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
The pox?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Alright.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Point, yeah. More points. Let us in. Okay. With her again.
Hi, the sea is
Actually,
coming down soon.
we need to go use the
Wind
restroom.
is turning southeast. What's in your mind,
We
officer?
will be back in just a second. Okay. We're back. There's someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
Fine.
Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or a lot of stuff?
Subject. Yeah, that's my motor carriage.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
An accident, sorry.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
Are you suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
I don't think they have funerals for motor carriages.
And why so? Our things are part of our life world. They're made with human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
I don't get attached.
If you say so.
She didn't appreciate your cold rationality.
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies.
Ugh.
Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
Oh. We were thinking of like a mime, not a mine. Ooh.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely. Mines. Mines. You need mines.
A mine?
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The place was surprisingly...
We've seen you. We don't want to go on a date.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Of course. Anything to help.
A mine.
Sorry to have been...
Let's see. Okay, let's go here.
Hi again, Gendarme.
About this hat I'm wearing.
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it.
Thanks.
Is it now? Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Oh, thanks, Maple. Oh. 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 Oh, that was good stretch. I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now.
I knew it.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mescan origin. The pin is an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Cool.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Maybe you could... Yeah, cool cryptids.
No, you don't have any new winning tactics.
Ah, oh jeez. Tie? What tie do we have on now? That? You know what? This is cool. Those are quite different things, but fair.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Picked all the traps.
Okay. And?
One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking?
Yeah, there was nothing in trap. No locust, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
Was one at your campsite. Maybe this factors into it somehow?
I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite?
just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the Locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the Reeds.
Not very scientific a reason backwards from a conclusion you want to be true.
I appreciate your concern, officer, but please leave this to the experts. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture.
You're jabbing at the soft underbelly of his psyche. He realizes he's gotten defensive.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional.
Oh, good for you.
This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure?
Not really.
What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity?
Let's try it.
You have your suspicions, but nothing you can form into a viable explanation.
Yeah.
Really, officer? We can
Yes, sweetie.
Okay.
Very generous of you to help us out, officer. I'm sure glad to be back from that little excursion.
What the fuck is a crypto-fascist? Oh, they're just secret fascists, apparently, according to Google.
I mean, officers.
Not surprised, because he's racist. Alright, let's talk to these folks. RQ.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Him?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Yes? What is it?
With him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Just wondering.
The sooner you figure this hanging out, the sooner everyone can go home.
Oh, something's really bugging me. Are we in from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Alright. Well, let's do a hard save. Because now, it's time to sing!
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the camera.
Alright, we need to drama it up. Drama. We're now ready.
The stage is all set. You feel it?
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Yes.
Let me know when I should turn on the...
The air is thick with
Oh, we got double sixes. Is 20.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-San, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
30 experience. I would have. Oh, okay. Oh, ancient reptilian brain sung it.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
There is silence now in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded to return only in dreams and nightmares.
Cool.
This guy really carried you.
I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
King will come, will sow the white sail, workers of the world unite! What you think?
Hi again, Gendarme.
Oh, the hat.
Keep it. I don't mind.
Oh, thanks.
Is it now? Well, bye-bye, Gendarme.
Bye. Alright, yeah, It's fine.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height.
Damn.
The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Can't wait to fail with a doubled 1.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
It was really close.
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
One hid a key in a bush.
Huh?
Titus, can you hand me the key, please?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't eat.
If he says it's there, it's there.
Can...
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Theo, what a bro.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
For all that effort of slamming open that door.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Yes, yes, I'm very attractive.
You see, the key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna try this again.
The machine is dead and silent. It needs serious.
Oh.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white? Did that?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Cam.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
About the other one. Wanna play? No.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now. Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kim Pinball Kutsaki, aka Kimball.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
Hey, Kimball.
What?
You're Kim Pinball Katsusugi. Oh, nice. We finished internalizing the Wumpy Dumpy Dumps.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Don't seem like you really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights. and to fantastique, science-fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You're a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
Wait, so that's why you didn't want to talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Kimball now.
No. You're gonna call me Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Or, on rare occasions, Kim, because it's shorter.
Any plan to call him Pinball or Kimball is immediately wiped from your neocortex, as if with some sort of mind-altering device. It is simply not going to happen. Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Bonuses? -2 suggestion? Damn it.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
My duty to investigate. What do you mean?
Nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every person's space. Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently.
Ooh. Jamrock Shuffle. Might do that too. Oh, let's see if we can give a key over.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Fucking rock that shit. Told you.
It was all right. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
Another thing.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Oh.
Yes?
Thought we would be able to give him the key.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
What happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
This is where I started off with my motor carriage before sinking it.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Silly. Or if you really want to talk to Kuno.
This orange machine is dead.
Try to
You
clock
slip your
it.
fingers under if you want to try.
Need a crowbar.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric. Only the red cable is plugged.
Plug it back in.
The machine hums along with the current. An electric sizzle. This orange machine, you slip your... If you want to try again.
Better crowbar.
The bear's eyes are dead.
You know what? Whatever. Fun fact, we're an absurdist. You know that might be hard to believe, but whoa.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
First,
Okay, but please.
don't mind.
The woman before you.
Let's try again if we can.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Dang it.
You managed to hoist it off the ground. But see? Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
Weightlifting was never my favorite either. At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It's clear.
Whatever, that's fine. We're going to bed soon. What, we still need another hour to kill before bedtime? I'll look around. Okay, well, we can do that.
The policeman. What can our village do for you?
Curious about
Change your mind. Don't make this old woman regret giving the police the key to her house.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the...
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. And look, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in...
The key turns. As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move it.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort.
Search.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something wrapped. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small
Saving right call.
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
Let's do it.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Not for right
The
call.
water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed.
Ooh. Electrochemistry, eh? Papa. Alright.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something.
Disgusting.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur-le-Clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Wait, so... Oh, we get... Testing.
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Got
You
it.
see your reflection in it. Still not
What?
happening.
How?
It won't come off that easy. The bed is comforting.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Why was there a
What can I
bullet?
help you? Damn that girl.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
Entered the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
What was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Why do you think she left a bullet?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
A possible explanation?
Aye. Do tell.
Exit plan?
Exit from what?
A world?
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
Yeah.
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Is there anything else?
No.
You left Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Oh, Kim. She must have heard your whatever.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine.
Any technical equipment?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical.
Was she like?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just...
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Really hoping she'd be hiding here.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here. Get a nice...
The felled electric neuron. You feel...
One thing, officer. If you do find her...
She really means it.
She's a good girl.
You know what?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up.
We're actually gonna load. As we want to keep the stash. There are children in the street.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
What are you, Kid Master General?
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
Alright. I feel like we've explored all of the boardwalk for trying to find gunpowder stuff. Whoa, we missed money up there? Alright. Let's see if we can try to stop the expression. We don't even know if we want to do that.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Look out.
You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings below.
Not really sure what to do for today. Tim, you have any ideas?
Yes?
Yeah.
What about me?
Wearing glasses.
That's correct.
That makes him a binoclard. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
I'm not gonna call them that.
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
You don't talk about yourself.
What do you mean?
You know?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
The lieutenant's conceptualization, but this isn't an old school case.
So how do you know half the side of your head?
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums.
Fair.
Good. Let's change the subject.
An old monument.
Is this...
Not a good track record.
We already know. Okay.
A lorry abandoned.
Open the door.
Perfume welcomes you. A metallic drawer slides out from the board. Close the rust. The woman is still.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Gone.
Diamond.
Really?
Of course.
Whatever's to be done.
Okay, bye. Break into here.
A lorry stuck.
Ugh.
Right to work! Right to work! Sure.
Anything interesting to buy in here?
You see several packaged raincoats filled. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal spray. A colorful display of cigarettes.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Is this about the questions again?
Have any money? Any bottles?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says,
Think next level we might forget this. -2 subjection. Kinda fucking rough. Just 0 G's. Joy.
Give me a moment.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just
You
an
live here.
if you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all
Oof.
I...
she hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her
Indy, how's it going?
Hello again, officers.
Feeling?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Yeah?
Keep it up.
Thanks.
She means you've listened. plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged worn mat features the patchwork grid
through the
of
grid.
your finger moves through the various streets. Across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently.
Are quite out of ideas.
Officer! Ah. God damn it. Pull yourself together, René.
Maybells mean anything to you?
I prefer the old name. Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
It's a royalist military tradition?
It used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
Did they bring you good luck?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment.
Ew.
The revolutionaries sullied them.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Damn.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you have to wait for at least a month.
It is such a pleasure to see
Mention
you again, officer.
Jeanette,
How
Marie,
I had the
whatever.
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Dang.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
Oh.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
Both of you knew her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Do not intervene.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
Drama.
We were just boys then. This was different. No point starting this all over again. for the thousandth and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago.
Oh,
it was
it's
a
rough.
quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she
Died.
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever
Start for Polycule, the Triad.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
Fucking monogamy.
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Nothing wrong with weighing your options first.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
Do you have any more pastries?
He suddenly remembers you are still...
Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
Alright. Well, I guess that was some experience at least. Do you have anything to sell? Not that we really want to right now.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
No way, officer!
But I need it!
Well, if you want, but see, they are the pedestal for my...
Damn. So you have...
And that we want to buy.
Keep coming back! That's good, officer! Keep browsing those... The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100%.
Ooh, conceptualization. Let's see, do we have any clothes for that? Oh, Ba, 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 ba. Ba. Ba.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts...
Nice. I see a pair of waterproof shades writing on the left, whatever.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry.
Ooh.
Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 reals. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Sam, what do you think?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
You know what? Yeah.
A man who knows his...
Put them on. Nothing over here, right? Nope. Else we can do with the car? Blocked it. Ooh. Yeah, let's poke our head in here. Okay, guess there's nothing. Oh, oh, oh. Hmm. Hello, child.
Hello, mister.
The twins your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
Look identical, right?
They look identical.
Goodbye.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome.
Pick it up.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Hmm.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
What's in Land Empire again? Got it? Your spidey sense? Yeah.
End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Here's.
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
No.
To hell with the police. To hell.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like wet. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To Yuri.
Alright, silly.
Yes, what is it?
Why are there so many machines?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect's processing unit.
I don't understand.
RAIN Prefect is my radio computer.
The antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Just a bit.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
What?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
So there's a giant supercomputer warehouse, and in order to use processing power, you need radios?
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Oh.
Like love.
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
What you doing?
I'm working.
On what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
What do you need to focus on?
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Bulls?
They are connected to my reign prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for.
Great.
The hole? Fine.
Great.
The bowls of water? Interesting.
So you had a talk with Andre, and that's fine, man. But I've got to warn ya, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my sign on.
Tell me anything about the sticker?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Sure, we'll describe it.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
What make, so it was?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right, and I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Oh. Really?
Really?
Why do you think that is?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Right on.
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead.
Wow.
How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
He blinks, waiting for the next question.
Yeah.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
A sign? Wait. But I thought we'd be okay now, sign-wise.
I'm doing what I can.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre. He looks like a well-thought-out individual. The synchronization might be worth it in the long run.
What about now? Are the signs alright?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
Why are you called annoyed?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
I mean, we need some sign matching?
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Alright.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
What's the deal with Egghead?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
How'd you communicate with him?
Well, just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
You ever really talked with him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let
Goodbye, officer.
Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Encore! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
What is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say exactly.
Under the radar, over the top.
Is this about the hat again? I don't see you wearing a hat.
Is it bedtime yet? It seems like it's right about there. Can we fast travel from here yet? No. Yeah. Night cam.
The fan stands still. The switch must be broken. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your The bed is still cold from
Go to sleep.
It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case.
It's been like 3 days.
You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Colors, the voices.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harristar, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Building communism for all.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Kill the pillow.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time. Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Ready, let's get to it.
You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism. But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground. They live underground. These communists aren't men. They're mole people.
They help me fire up, yeah.
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
Am I supposed to find them?
Let your nose guide you, detective.
Must mean my nose, as in my huge and highly functional brain.
No, we meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists. We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
What does communism smell like?
Failure.
What does failure smell like?
It's a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them. Incidentally, during the waning days of the anti-centennial revolution, a number of Revacholian communards constructed elaborate hideouts in abandoned root cellars, hollowed out tree trunks, and even residential sewage tanks. This latter phenomenon gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan, "The future's bright when you flush out the white."
Okay, ready.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinaise. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact. Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic. Judging from the bust of Krasmazov and other revolutionary paraphernalia you discovered, it seems that the Cape Side apartments may be a hotbed of communist activity. You should begin by interrogating those lawless malcontents at the Dock Workers Union. They're an obvious place to start.
Oh, I do once I establish contact.
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
Fucking tankies, though. Alright.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
Yeah! What's this phrase? No gods, no masters in the streets. Oh God, yes, master in the sheets.
Rise and shine, comrade.
What?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.
Just did that. Self-organized.
A mirror hangs on the...
Okay, we need to use the restroom. We will be back in just a sec. Okay.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He might be wearing a disguise.
Full shades, are you wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though. Who is this guy?
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
Tell me more.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Design them?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
You design them?
Yes.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Carnivorous stick insect seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism. Yes. What?
Or nothing.
Wait. No. Something about this bunch doesn't smell right.
Aren't they Everett's guys?
They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you. And from his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away. Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
Alright, I guess I'll look elsewhere.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
But he smells like a communist. Oop.
There. Do you smell that?
Oh, what?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering?
I mean, there's a communist nearby?
Undoubtedly. And the scent is coming from that railing over
Shocker.
there.
I mean, Manila?
Yes. Now's your
Greetings, comrade.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Brother, there's something important I need to talk to you about.
What's that, boy?
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
Investigating a particular smell, one with revolutionary implications.
Could be coming from one of the jam lorries. Cargo's been sitting out for a while.
Looking for some people who know how to really grind a sausage, if you know what I mean.
Have you tried a butcher shop?
Okay, maybe it's time to abandon the subtle approach.
Looking for a couple of secret mole people.
You might have to look elsewhere.
Okay, maybe it's time.
Alright, communism.
Ah, now I see. Can't say I'm surprised. You seem to take your communism seriously. Not a bad thing, mind you. It's good for a man to take time to think about the whole socio-political world picture.
Oh, he certainly likes to take his time with things, especially when politics are at issue.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
Some sort of quest to develop my political potential and I need their help.
A fellow plains roamer in search of greater understanding. A classic story. I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
I know you said you're not really a communist, but aren't you actually a communist?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, I'm not institutional. A man's got to blaze his own trail, in my book.
Okay, so maybe he's not exactly a communist, but there's definitely some communistic residue about him.
Ah, but you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago.
How'd you meet him?
Your guy. It was late one night as I was leaving the arbor. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket, classic Sarameritian style. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
Tell him.
The same thing I always tell people who try to press some claim on me. I said, every boyadero rides alone.
Now I found this guy.
I tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais." And then he was gone.
Who are those?
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
What do you think?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk with me. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows this ideologo personally. I have to say though, it sounds like you found yourselves a proper hunt.
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
Alright.
Breeze.
Well, some communist out. Honey?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
Humorous.
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm just testing you boys.
The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmertine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Say nothing.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
You know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Kids into dark dance music?
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Why?
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
But good, I like those.
But I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Your rhetoric's confusing. Are you part of Skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
What makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Enough of this skullery then. You know anything about the murder?
Murder?
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything.
Also, he was hanged.
Whatever.
He was hanged.
Yeah, I mean...
These punks don't know anything.
Hey! Stop right there! How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know that you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark.
Yes, brilliant.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why that?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And I guess it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Fuck the world?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase. The hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Terrible metaphor.
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There's 2 of us and 2 of these
What are
jackets.
you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
You more of a piss or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel like I'm more a fuck world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dog.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Ask for jackets.
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys with those jackets.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Yes, the jackets.
Oh, man. Okay, I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Alright, here you go, Kim.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? We're a pair. Let's go into cover.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Fine, take both.
Do.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly...
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Hi. We just got a jacket. 2 jackets. Alright, we probably should go pay rent. We're doing alright. How are you, Sabby?
Hey, was there something you needed?
Thanks. Yeah, here's some money.
Well, good. You got the room.
Okay. Well, I guess we could go. Yeah, you know, I don't know. Guess we can see. Ah.
Just an ordinary wall. No.
Conceptualize. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, anything that's minus? Other side? What's that?
Just
come on, let's get it.
Nothing to see here. Because
yeah,
you see it. Finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it.
Oh, Goth Girl XCOM?
The colors.
Sounds pretty rad. Will the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain?
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
Boy.
Oh, Wallfather.
Kim, I must paint this wall.
Huh? He sounds tired of it all. You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Alright, we need a paintbrush.
If you must.
Cindy!
There it is again. There's a spectral scent haunting this pair, no doubt. And it smells like
communism.
Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital. What do you smell? Nothing. Or at least nothing in particular. As far as you're concerned, your nose seems to be purely decorative.
Oof.
Absolute rubbish. Your politico-olfactory cortex doesn't deceive you.
Cindy?
The smell is coming, certainement. A precocious communist youth. Of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters. A chance to establish contact with the future. What a beauty.
Yeah. Cindy, come on. Let's be communist friends.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Piss and fuck the world send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They're afraid of you.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
How?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
And they need your paintbrush.
What for?
For art?
Well, if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about?
Grand art.
Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off.
Crush a man's dreams?
There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
No, come on.
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait.
Man, that's
No,
lame.
It's great.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, Piggo.
Okay, not that. Just
You're
please.
a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up.
Yeah!
Try not to hurt yourself. And no self-portrait. Sure, anytime. Us shit artists have to help one another. Besides, I was out of fuel oil anyway.
She only gave it to you because she doesn't see you as competition.
That's fine.
The right idea is not coming to her. It's excruciating. You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, paint, and a brush. You're ready to do this.
Hey, sister, let's talk politics.
And what do you know about politics?
Oh, looking for some sausage grinding.
The girl erupts in a cackle that seems like it should belong to a much older woman.
Oh, that's very nice. The little piggy wants to make sausages. Out of what? His little piggy friends? So the little piggy is a big bad communist now.
Yes.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk that ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban.
Steban.
A right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Oh?
He might.
You help me find him?
No.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
Tell me what you want me to do.
A wicked grin extends across her face. A laughing skull. Death hilarious. This is gonna be bad.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
Come on, this isn't a way to treat your revolutionary brother.
Wrong! This is exactly how I treat my little brother.
Oink, oink.
There, that wasn't so bad, was it?
It's not the worst indignity you've suffered the last 7 days, but it is up there. The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban. It's touching. Sort of. Steban's group meets only at night. In an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight. Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
Thank you.
Hold on. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
Yes?
See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like.
Alright,
You
enjoy
can't
lunch.
join the meeting without one.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but I wonder whether it might have something to do with that phrase Mañana mentioned overhearing.
What phrase?
Remember Dobreva and Abadanais.
Thanks, Kim.
The lieutenant.
Guess this is what happens when two pigs put their heads together. That's enough. Off with you then.
Bye.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye.
Where's this coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit.
Oh, actually now I hear superstar and law officer in a sense. They sound really weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Nah, trash.
Yeah, a cool, trash superstar. Big dick cop down on his luck. Salam Rocky by here. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Been in here? Where's our crowbar? It didn't do anything. Okay, time to go. Also, we're probably going to drop off Kim before we go do the whole communist thing. It seems like probably a good idea. It's painting time.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Something beautiful.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Kim. Oh. Wait. You know what? Yeah. We will forgive the Wumpy Dumpy Center. See. Try this again.
What can our village do for you?
Oh, we need another level. Let's check up here. Like, no way of getting in there right now, I think. They're not able to.
There's nothing else.
Crab guy back yet? Computer's not.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, never mind. Nothing new, so bye.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Goodbye, officer.
Hmm. Well, we got something at least to do tonight.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's talk about this boat.
Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now.
Have a license?
Officer, I assure
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull. Qualified pleasure craft operator.
Can I see it?
So charming.
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
What happened the other time?
The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Still a license.
Actually, you don't.
What do you mean?
The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. It's a little known fact among us law officials.
Wait. Makes sense, I guess. I mean, wait. How little known is this
I
fact?
was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act.
Okay, fine.
About the boat? Good.
Lunching?
Of course. Anything to help. I am sorry to have been...
Well, guess it's been about 3 hours. I think we did some amount of progress. So yeah, we're gonna call it here. Tomorrow afternoon will be some Fighting Friday, so that'll be fun. Didn't happen last week, so we're excited. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Bye. See ya. Mwah. Y'all great.